here we go, starting for this first race. All the cars on the grid. This is the GT3 Sprint Cup combined with the GT3 and GT4 field. Here we go, except no GT4s. For the first start of this first season for the IGTCS here in Bahrain. You can see the Ferrari on the inside trying to get Jack Hawksworth there in the Lexus. That Ferrari is on the inside. He will get the better line, kicking up some dust and dirt here at Bahrain. Fighting for the lead. The Lexus and Ferrari come into these first couple of corners, into this second hairpin. The Ferrari will get a better line here. There's that Corvette in the background trying to eat a piece of this cake here in Bahrain. But the Lexus will go on the inside line here. Everybody's going to go wide. We're going to see a lot of cars going into that section, kicking up dirt. Here's the Corvette on the inside of the Lexus. Will the Corvette be able to make the move stick on the Lexus? I think he will. The Lexus has had some major BOP added due to the speed they've had in practice, but the Lexus will stay ahead of the Corvette coming in here. This is the trickiest corner of the track, but the Lexus manages to stay past the Corvette. He's going to try to catch up to the 22 Ferrari. Jack Hawksworth qualifying on pole here. He's going to try to overtake the Ferrari here coming into this corner. There's that Corvette on the inside. He won't be able to make the move stick. Here's Dennis Olsen and the Ford Mustang GT3 overtaking the Corvette after a really bad corner. Oh, they're both going to go off. That's going to lose them some time. They're both going to go off and they're going to have to rejoin the track. That's going to lose them a lot of time because that's going to separate them from the leaders here, the Lexus and the Ferrari. The Ferrari leads the race pretty cleanly, very comfortably for the Ferrari on lap 1. We're going to come here onto lap 2 of this season. We can hear that Lamborghini in the background. Here we are on board with the Lexus. He's going to try to catch up to the Ferrari. On the main straight, the Lexus have great straight line speed, great overall speed. We can see the slipstream effect coming into effect here. He's going to go on the inside of the Ferrari. Is he going to be able to make the move stick coming into turn 1? The Ferrari gets the inside line coming into turn 2. Is that turn 2? I have no idea. But he gets the better speed on the exit. There's that Lexus going on the inside. On the inside. There's that Ford Mustang GT3 in third in the background there. Here's the Lexus on the inside. Not enough speed to get past the Ferrari. Not enough. Not enough for the Lexus. We've heard those words before. But the Lexus will not be able to get past the 22 Ferrari. There's a replay of lap 1, I believe. This is the 26 of Daniel Kowitz. And yeah, there's a 26. I think that's the 51 Ferrari or 71. I have no idea. Oh, Kelowitz just gets turned there. He spins. Oh, that Ferrari almost flips. Kelowitz out of this race. We're on board with the Ferrari. Kelowitz moving all around the track. Those Corvettes have shown great pace in practice. Here's the Ferrari on the inside. Just a slight tap caught the Corvette loose, and then the Ferrari loose. Hit that wall at an angle that sent the side upwards. There's another replay. Yeah, just got the Corvette loose. Then the Ferrari drove straight into the Corvette, and the Ferrari almost flipped upside down. Got hit by the Lamborghini, slowed down the Toyota GR86 GT300. Here's another replay. This is the Lamborghini, I think the number 60. Overtaking the BMW Z4. This near the back. Oh, Lamborghini just got spun. Or actually, I don't think did he have some out there? I think he got loose and then spun. But here's the cars up in front, coming onto the last corner here. That Ford Mustang GT3 is trailing right behind the Lexus. Two cars with great straight line speed here at this track. Great straight line speed here. Corvette's gonna try to, or the Mustang is gonna try to catch the slipstream. And coming into turn 1, this Ford Mustang GT3 on the inside of the Lexus. Is he gonna be able to make the move stick? No, because the Lexus has good defense. The Jack Hawksworth, good defense here, but the Mustang, is gonna be able to trail ahead on that curb. The fight's not over. The Lexus is still trailing very close. Trailing very close. The Mustang gets ahead cleanly. A good move there. And that Mustang is ahead. Here comes Jack Hawksworth trying to get his position back, maybe. He's not going to commit here. The battle for 2 and 3rd here commences as the leader in the 22 Ferrari is trailing cleanly. But has Dennis Olsen built the gap over the Lexus? Here comes the Corvette coming into the picture, trailing right behind. Here we are coming on to lap 6. There goes that Mustang. He's been trying to get the lead for quite a bit now. Coming into turn 1. Oh, is he going to try to send it from a mile's length back? I don't think he is. But the Mustang here is trailing very close to that leader of the 22 Ferrari. That 22 Ferrari is going to feel a lot of pressure coming into the first sector of this track. He's going to feel a lot of pressure. Mustang right behind the Ferrari. Is he going to try to make the move here? It's a very difficult part of the track. No, he will not. Trailing right behind. Mustang's going to try to make a move here. Is he going to be able to do it? We've seen a car get spun right there, but the Mustang of Dennis Olsen does not spin the 22 Ferrari. He's going to try to do a switchback. Is he going to get a... Is he going to be able to do it into this corner? This is one of the trickiest corners of the track. He's going to get side by side for a second there. It's just a matter of when for the Mustang. Onto the main onto this back stretch. The Mustang will go onto the inside. He loses speed from the Ferrari, probably getting very close there, trying not to make contact. To potentially slow both cars down and fall into the hands of Jack Hawksworth. Very good attempt for the Mustang here. Dennis Olsen, but Jack Hawksworth is going to be able to gain some time on the Mustang. Maybe try to get past. I highly doubt it at this point. The Mustang has shown great pace on the 22 Ferrari. It's just a matter of when they get by. Coming into turn 1 here, the 77 Mustang. We've seen him try to make this move before. We've seen him make this move on Jack Hawksworth. He's going to be able to get by the 22 Ferrari. Onto this straightaway. The Mustang will lead this race on lap 7 and take the lead. But the Ferrari is still behind. He's going to try to get his place back. Here we are on board. Will the Ferrari be able to get his place back? He's going to try to make the move here. Goes onto the curb. That loses him some seconds here. Or not seconds, time. Loses him some time. The Mustang builds a heavy gap. There goes Jack Hawksworth trying to overtake on the outside of the 22 Ferrari. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? They're going side by side. Jack Hawksworth gets by the 22 Ferrari. Coming onto this straightaway. The Ferrari is still trailing close to Jack Hawksworth. But the Lexus and the Ford Mustang GT3 both seem to be the greatest cars here on track, the fastest cars. Here we are in the back. This is the 17 Corvette of Bradley Kirkcudden. He's going to try to overtake the 95 of Ollie Preston. Coming into this final corner. 17 on the inside. Lexus is going to push him onto the on the inside. He's going to push him a lot. The Corvette is going to try to make a switchback. These Corvettes haven't really had great straight line speed here at Bahrain, but they will get a aero package kit next race in Watkins Glen, so that might improve their troubles here. Is the Corvette going to be able to make the move work? No, he will not. These Lexuses have been great at defense all this race. There's a replay, I think there's earlier in the race. is the Toyota GR86 GT300. They have announced a new program to bring a GT300 car into the IGTCS. Oh, he just got spun. Did he get? No, he lost it like the Lamborghini. Same incident as the Lamborghini. They're on board. There's that 63 Lamborghini. Was he trying to make a move here and it just didn't work? Oh, there's contact. Contact. Sad to see that GR86. DNF. Oh, here comes the Lexus trailing on the Mustang. There's some contact. He's going to get him loose. The Lexus trying to make the move on the Ford Mustang GT3. They're all coming in. They're all coming in on the second last lap. Here comes Jack Hawksworth. The Ferrari's going to try to make a move, possibly. Here goes the Corvette of Cameron Hand, the young Canadian driver in the newly released AWA team. He's going to go on the inside. Will he be able to make the move for third? He will not, as the 22 Ferrari prevails in third. That 22 Ferrari is going to try to catch up to Jack Hawksworth, the 23 Lexus. Here comes the Corvette trying to make the move on the backstretch. Will he be able to make a stick here? I think he's gaining some time on the left of the Ferrari. He's going to try to make the move into this corner. Not a good exit for the Corvette. The Ferrari will stay ahead. Coming onto the final lap here. Will the Corvette be able to make the move on the 22 Ferrari for the podium? The AWA Corvette, newly released a couple of weeks ago after HP Corvette Racing announced their departure from the series, just ahead of Bahrain. The AWA Corvette, the number 13 and 70, announced their entry into the series. But it will not be enough, as the gap for the 22 Ferrari and the AWA number 13 Corvette is stretching out. They're in front there. Jack Hawksworth in the 23 Lexus RCF GT3 will not be able to gain some time. Will he be able to try to make the move here? No, right behind the Ford Mustang. He got him a little loose on the last lap in the same corner, but to no avail. The Mustang stays in the lead. At 77 Proton competition, Mustang, I think he'll be able to win this race. Listen to that V8, it sounds glorious. 2 V8s up in front, actually. That's pretty cool. Yeah, coming onto these final corners, 77 Proton competition, Ford Mustang of Dennis Olsen. Coming into the final corners. Onto the final straightaway. Here's the 22 Ferrari. 22 Ferrari, he qualified in second, I believe. So it's going to be the same order, except that Mustang has climbed 2 spots. 2 spots. But here in the first IGTCS exhibition race here at Bahrain, race 1, this is going to determine the qualifying order, not qualifying order, the starting order for the race 2 feature race, which will be 16 laps, I believe. Here comes the 77 Proton competition, Ford Mustang. He's going to try to win here, and he looks to be set for this win. 77 Proton competition, Ford Mustang will win the first IGTCS race here at Bahrain for the season opener exhibition race. There comes that 37 and 95 and 17. Finishing here. Dennis Olsen has won the first race of the IGTCS Racing Series. The GT3 Sprint Cup, which that Ford Mustang is in, that class, will receive points based off the top 5 finishing order. So Dennis Olsen will get an early lead for that championship. Whoever wins this Sprint Cup will be able to get into the IGTCS GT3 and GT4 season, but no GT4 cars have been at this track currently, just the GT3 Sprint Cup and GT3 class. So Dennis Olsen will get a lead over that GT3 Sprint Cup Championship, followed by the 22 Ferrari. So here is the top 10 finishing order for this Bahrain Race 1. The Bahrain Race 1 exhibition race. Tomorrow will be the feature race at the same track. The finishing order will be the starting order for the race. Good competition all around. Yeah, that was a good race. And will be one for the records.